Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is focusing on this look right here. This is what I like to call Miss Pennywise, the glamorous clown. Yes, you've guessed it, it's Mr. Pennywise's wife. So like I told you guys on my other social media, towards the end of September and throughout the month of October, I want to focus on more special effects makeup for my YouTube. So seeing like it is everywhere at the minute and people just can't seem to stop talking about it, I thought why not create like a glam version of Pennywise's makeup, and this is what I've sort of come up with. I just sort of looked at reference pictures of him and then like just went with the flow and created my own type of thing. So yeah, this is what I come up with and I am literally obsessed with it. So if you want to see how to create this look, then just keep on watching. So firstly what we're doing is we're going in with the Makeup Studio Face It Like Cream foundation in the shade Light Beige, and we're just buffing that all in with a Real Techniques buffer brush. So because this is a glam look, you don't have to go in with the white face paint, just use your shade of foundation. So next thing you want to do is you want to set your foundation in place. So I'm using RCMA no color powder on a large powder brush just to make sure everything is nice and set before we go in with our other products. So the next thing you want to do is grab a little eyeliner pencil. So the one I am using is from MAC Cosmetics in the shade Feline. If you don't have an eyeliner pencil, that's fine, you can go ahead and use a gel liner or whatever, but in my opinion using a pencil is a lot easier to work with because the gel is a little bit more intense than a pencil. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking a little synthetic blending brush and I'm just blending all the harsh edges out. Don't be worrying too much about it looking too neat and tidy, because at the end of the day, yes it is a glam look, but it's still Halloween, so you can get away with your eye makeup looking a little bit harsh. And for me in this particular look, I was going for a super grungy eye anyway, so I didn't really want it to look overly tidy. So I'm focusing more in the inner corner of my eye rather than the outer, because it looks more grungier. You can do it all over, you can smoke it out even more at the outer corner, but I wanted to focus more on the inner, so yeah. So I am taking the same eyeliner pencil and I'm just putting that in my waterline, and I'm also taking that underneath my lower lash line as well. So guys, just make sure you can't see any white bits throughout this step here. You want to make sure that the whole of the lower lash line is completely black. And I'm now smudging that out using a little smudger brush from Zoeva, but if you don't have a smudger brush, a little bullet brush or whatever will do. So now what you want to do is you want to grab a black matte shadow. So I'm using Makeup Geek Curroupt. In my opinion, it is the best black matte shadow I've ever used in my life, and I am just making sure that I set that liner in place, but also adding a little bit more smokiness to the look. So I'm focusing more in the inner corner for this step as well, because I want it to look super grungy. You can stop at the point where you've did the eyeliner on the top and bottom if you want to go for like a glossy type of effect to your eye makeup, but I wanted to just set it anyway. So I've just took a clean blending brush and I'm just going over the edges to make sure they're nice and tidy. but not overly tie-dye. I just didn't want them to look super grungy because we aren't going for a Joker look today. Do you know what I'm saying? And then once again, we're taking that same shadow and just bringing that underneath the lower lash line as well. So for my eyelashes today, I'm using the Absolute Mink High Key lashes from Prima lash. These aren't real mink hair, so that's what I love about them. They're so affordable as well. And then just going over the top of my eyelashes again with the same liner just to hide the rim of the lash. I've just did my lips first in this part, and I'm using the Lime Creme Liquid Lip in the shade Red Velvet. So this is the part where we're going to create the new statement Pennywise look. So for this part, I'm using a little fine liner brush from the Cara Daily Spinks collection. So if you don't have a fine liner brush, guys, you can go ahead and go in with a fine paintbrush. Just make sure that it's nice and small. So I've just went a little bit in front of the arch of my brow to create a little line. And I'm using the Kryolan face paint makeup palette for this, and I'm just using the red from it. I'm also starting underneath the lower lash line as well, just with a black ended, and I'm dragging a line right down my cheek as well. Then I'm going from the corner of my mouth and just connecting that to the last bit where we stopped at. But if you guys don't have a paint palette or anything in the house, you can just use the same red liquid lipstick that you used as well for this part. So you'll see me like looking back and forth on this part as well, because I had I had a photo of Pennywise on my phone, and I was just looking back and forth to see if I was getting it in the right places. But then after a while, I just sort of went with the flow, because I sort of had in my head what I had to do and just did my own wee way of it. But clearly I'm loving it, because I got this side unreal looking, and then the other side it just sort of went like tits up a wee bit for me. But it doesn't necessarily have to be identical, just as long as it sort of looks the same. And I'm just doing the same on the other side. So for this part here, I'm just going to create a little bit more definition to the so-called clown smile, if you want to call it that, because that's what it sort of is. But I'm using the black face paint from the same palette, and I've just took a clean fine liner brush, and I'm just going on the outsides where the red is, just to create a little bit more depth. Like I said, if you don't have black face paint, once again you can use your eyeliner, preferably a liquid liner, because the brush on that is quite fine. This is the part where I sort of like went tits up a wee bit here. My hand was like literally really shaky, and I'm literally not the best person with face paints, but it's just a personal preference. You just do your own wee thing. and then once you go in with the glitter and stuff, it's gonna look the part, do you know what I mean? So don't worry about it too much, especially if it's your first time trying it. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking some lash glue and placing that in the areas where the red paint is. I forgot to lift my glitter glue, but lash glue was sitting there, so I thought, yeah, we'll just use this. And I'm just putting that in the areas where I said. And the glitter that I'm using is from a brand called Dust and Dance, and it's in the shade Vampire. This is one of their limited edition glitters, so get your hands on it. I love Dust and Dance glitters. They're absolutely amazing, especially for creative looks like this. Not only are their glitters amazing, but they donate some profits towards mental health awareness, so that is why I absolutely love the brand. I don't recommend putting lash glue on your lips, to be honest guys, because when I wiped this makeup off after, my lips were awful sore, so I would just stick to your usual glitter glue if you don't forget to lift it. And I'm just applying that same glitter all over the lips as well. So now I'm just going in and creating a little clown nose using another fine liner brush and just using the same red face paint. You can stop at this point here if you don't want to do the clown nose and just keep it simple and just leave it out if you don't want to do it. But I'd already filled my outro and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to do a clown nose, so I came on again and obviously I've recorded it for you guys. So I'm just filling that all in now. And then once again I'm going in with another clean fine liner brush and just get in with a little bit of black as well, just to create a little bit more definition around the outside of. Once again taking the lash glue and just applying it all over the nose and going in again with the same Vampire glitter from Dust and Dance. So guys, that is the end of the tutorial. I really hope that you have enjoyed it as much as I have creating it. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a big massive thumbs up. It would mean the absolute world to me. Also subscribe to my channel before you leave as well. Click the little notification bell in the corner and you'll get notified every time I upload. So this is the start of the Halloween tutorials. So if you guys have any requested looks that you would like me to film for you, please don't hesitate to comment down in the comment section below and I will have a wee nosy. And also everything that I have used will be listed down in the description box below as always, along with all my other social media as well. So yeah, once again guys, I really do hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Until next time guys, bye.